let's talk about how you can make quick cash in an emergency. Okay, there are some times in life, no matter how good you are with money, there are some times that you need some quick cash. It could be a loss of a job, it could be loss of hours, it could be changing a job, it could be an emergency with your family or your kids or somebody else. It could be that you want to save for a quick goal. It could be that you had an emergency and you needed to get the car fixed and that drained your savings account and you need to get that cash replenished. There are three ways or three phases that you could go through to get some quick cash. Now, eventually, I would always want you to have some kind of side business or something that you can generate long-term sustainable income. But when you have a business, that is playing for the long game. It's very difficult to just get quick cash. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to go out and get X amount of clients, X amount of customers, sell a bunch of widgets, do all those things. It's very difficult to do that easy and just get quick cash. So if you're in one of these situations where you need to get quick cash, there are three ways that you can do this. The first and easiest way, or first place that I would start is if you have your job, the job that your career, you can go and ask for more hours, right? A lot of us are hourly employees, so if we get more hours, we get more work, more pay. Or you can, if you're already full-time, then your overtime hours can kick in and that's additional pay. So you can pick up shifts, you can work more, ask for more hours, volunteer to stay later, volunteer to come in earlier, volunteer to work on the weekends in an emergency. Any of those times, those extra shifts create income really quickly. So that's the first place that I would start, is at your current job, getting more hours, more shifts. We'll get back to the episode in just a second, but we wanted to give you a gift just for being here today. Thank you so much. We've got a 3-part video workshop absolutely free for you. This workshop is designed to help you get organized with your money so that you can give yourself a 10% raise. When you give yourself a 10% raise, you are going to have more money. And when you have more money, we will show you exactly what to do with that money so that you can get on the path to financial freedom and start living your life, your ideal life today. You're going to learn how to get out of debt. You're going to learn how to save money. You're going to learn how to free up money so that you can invest for your future. If you're unfulfilled with life, whether it be at work, in your personal life, or with your money, then this is the workshop for you. Visit sentinelcoaching.com/raise. That's sentinelcoaching.com/raise, or click the link in the description. Now, back to the episode. If that's not possible, or if you don't want to do that, then you probably want to go get some kind of second job temporarily. There are those jobs that you can walk down to the grocery store and get a job, unboxing and stocking shelves. You can do janitorial work and clean stuff. You can be a greeter someplace. You can get a side job bussing or serving tables. There are all kinds of what we would call a grunt work type jobs. Like, the turnover is so vast in those that usually there are jobs like that available. You just have to be willing to turn over some of those rocks and get those jobs. Walk in there and say, hey, do you need help? Do you need help? Do you need help? Do you need help? Right? You go to the mall, you see these hiring signs places. Some places aren't hiring, some places are. That's okay. You just need quick cash, so go and get a second job. And again, everything is temporary. You can just go there, get a job. It's not a big deal if they turn you over in 4 months, 6 months, whatever, because you're done working and that's the only thing you needed to do for that season. So that's the second thing you can do, is to get the second job, or sometimes a third job, right? Whatever. I know people who work 3 and 4 and 5 different jobs because they're just trying to survive. So that's what you can do as phase 2. Phase 3 would be some kind of side hustle, some kind of way to earn extra money as like a freelancer or something, for family, for friends. I know plenty teenagers that do this, right? Babysitting is a classic example of this, right? I know a 16-year-old, she's not 16 anymore, but at the time she saved $12,000 in a couple of years by babysitting. Right? I know people who mow lawns, cut hedges, paint houses, spray paint things, all kinds of different things that you can do. You can do deliveries. Anything that you can do if you have a skill or a trade or maybe just other grunt work, you can build things if you're good with your hands. You can actually teach students or tutor them for $40 or $50 an hour sometimes. Like some of these little side hustles that you just have your network or group, somebody that you know, or you can do flyers on telephone poles or Craigslist or anything like that. Any kind of freelance work that you can just get money from, right? I've done moving help, walking dogs, doing electronic repair, technology, right? I'm a musician, so I can play in a band, a gig, and get some money. I can run soundboard for an event and get money doing that way. There's all kinds of different ways. I can drive people places. There are thousands and thousands of ways that you can get a little side hustle to make some quick money. Again, back to it's always temporary. You can always just stop doing it once you reach that goal or get to that place where you're no longer in that emergency. But you can do anything for a season, anything for 3 months, for 6 months even. Like even a year. I know people who've done this kind of stuff for a year and they slave away. But they reach their goal and then they can choose to be done with that goal. Or if they really like it, they can end up turning it into a business. But that's a separate subject. So those are 3 ways to actually get quick cash, right? The first one is to increase your hours or your shifts at work. The second one is to ask around and get a second job. Look for those things, right? Turn over those rocks. Go knock on doors. Go to the mall. Like whatever you need to do to get that second or job or third job. And then the third one is to freelance or do some kind of side gigs for people that you know in your network or that they know in their networks. All right, so if you are in that emergency situation or have a goal specifically that you want to accomplish, those are the ways that you can get quick cash for emergency rather than playing for the long game in the business. And we'll have other videos on how to create that long-term business as well. And you can check out our courses on that as well. All right, good luck in your quick cash, and we'll see you in another video.